Hi, my name is Srikanth and I go to Lone Star High School, and my topic of study this year is biochemistry. So about me, from a young age I was interested in the medical field. I wanted to become a doctor. I wanted to help all the people that I possibly could, and I just wanted to go into the medical field. But as I grew up, I realized that I couldn't handle the sight of blood very well, and that's very important when you're going to the medical field. So I ruled that option out, and then I considered biomedical engineering for a while, and then I realized that my brain isn't exactly apt for engineering, and I realized that wouldn't be a good fit. So as I was looking, I found biochemistry, and it just interested me because it combines the sciences that I like, and what interested me more was that there's a lack of research in autism, which is my main focus. I will get to that later. And so as I was trying to find out what I wanted to do, this quote really spoke to me. I realized then that even though I was a tiny speck in an infinite cosmos, a blip on the timeline of eternity, I was not without a purpose. So my mission is to revolutionize the science and medical field by conducting research on discovering cures for current diseases and to serve the people and patients the best I can to make their quality of life better. So as a part of the ISM program, we have to conduct research, and as per my research articles, this is the information I've gathered. So what is biochemistry? Well, it's basically the study of chemical reactions in the body, and it brings together biology and chemistry, as the name suggests. It's applied in a lot of areas, such as medicine, of course, and it spills into pharmacology, physiology, toxicology, microbiology, and clinical chemistry, among others. And through biochemistry, I want to focus on autism, as I mentioned earlier. So biochemistry and autism, we're lacking information in that area as of right now, due to the fact that the brain of an autistic person is different than the brain of a high-functioning person. And so that's why we're lacking on solid information, but there are many theories. From my research articles, I've found two theories for the cause of autism and one intervention. And so the opioid excess theory, opioids are structurally similar to the drug opiate, but it's actually produced by our own bodies as endorphins. And the theory is basically that people with autism have emotional disturbances due to unstable opioid systems in the brain. And this relates to the gluten diet, where if you eliminate gluten from their diet, it'll lower the opioids in their brain, which may alleviate some of their emotional disturbances. Sulforaphane is the intervention that I discovered. It was conducted as a trial on a group of people, and sulforaphane is a chemical found in vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower, and through that trial it was found to lessen the emotional disturbances, as mentioned before. But however, you can't simply feed your child broccoli and cauliflower every night, because the amount that you find in those vegetables does not equal the amount that they gave to the children in the trial. And the last one I researched was the mitochondrial defect. The article stated that those with a mitochondrial defect was prone to autism, and even if there were genetic interferences of autistic cases, they also have to do with the impairment in the mitochondrial genome, so it all just ties back to the mitochondria. And again, these are just theories. They haven't been fully proven yet. As per my interviews, my first two interviews were with professors at Texas Women's University, Ms. Anderson and Dr. Webb. Ms. Anderson is the head professor of biochemistry, and Dr. Webb is a microbiologist. Their interviews were mainly similar. They gave me a rough outline of what they did as a professor and their challenges as a professor, which was trying to get funding from the government to conduct research, paperwork. They also described their research labs to me. I think Miss Webb is working with Baker's yeast currently. So they basically told me what it was like as a professor, not someone working at a company or anything. My next interview was with Miss Anna Perez. She's an FBI agent. I got her information through another FBI agent at the business symposium. And the reason I contacted her was in one of my articles, it was mentioned that biochemistry is used in criminal investigation. And so I thought she worked in the lab before she joined the field. And she majored in microbiology and she minored in chemistry. She volunteered at the USD a lot. And obviously before getting into the field, she conducted research at the lab. She tracked down the criminals. But beyond the information about her time spent in the lab, she gave me information about college, like what courses she took, what internships she had done, things like that. My last interview was with Miss Taishina Charles. She's in New Orleans right now, and I got her information through Miss Perez. She is doing her postdoc at LSU currently, and she just recently obtained her PhD in biochemistry. And her interview was probably the most insightful and unique to me because the information that she gave me wasn't information that I could necessarily look up. She gave it from a personal viewpoint, and she told me things like if she wanted to have a family, it would have to wait due to the amount of research and amount of time that she had to put in to her job, and things like if the experiment didn't work out, it was really depressing, and that you have to go into the field with the right mindset. And so her interview was probably the most unique and insightful to me. So I'd like to thank you all for listening to me today.